Hello, my loves. Welcome back. My name is Antonio McNeil, your favorite Gen Z realtor, entrepreneur, hustler, and go-getter. Welcome back to my channel, dedicated for all aspiring Gen Z and Gen Y millennials looking to take their businesses to the next level. Also, all real estate related videos going over how to buy, sell, and invest in your own real estate, starting in your 20s, just like me. And if you are looking for similar videos like today's video, I would love for you to please like and subscribe. Also, click that notification bell button so you can get updates on when my new videos drop. Welcome to my channel. And for today's video, we're going to go over reasons why you should be a real estate agent. If you're looking to start your own business in a different type of field, such as your own makeup product line, your own hair company, your own clothing company, you're going to get a lot of good information from this video as well. Now, again, this is all opinion based. I will definitely make that clear before I start the video, so don't get offended or feel like you won't be a good real estate agent if you don't have all of these types of traits or ideas in mind when you are starting in the business. This is just more of like a guide from my experience being in real estate for 5 years since I was 19. So if there's anything I didn't go over in the video today, after watching today's video, please comment or message me, and you know I'm here to offer education, love, and support, no intimidation. A really good reason why you should be a real estate agent alone is that you love to problem solve. Problem solving is as simple as it gets. It's the process of handling a complex or difficult situation in complex issues. So for example, you're dealing with real estate, whether you have to negotiate a good sales price for your buyer or for your seller, or you have to negotiate repairs for your buyer, or what your seller is going to do for repairs, that's part of problem solving. That shows a lot of trust to your client, meaning that they trust you that you're going to be able to get the job done for them, and that's what any realtor should have. Let's give another example as a problem solver. Let's say that your family is a little chaotic, like mine is, and wow. But if your family is like mine, but you're somehow like the rock of your family, and you know how to be the messenger, you know how to communicate a message from one family member to a family member that doesn't like the other one, right? And you know how to get things in flesh and working together in unison in your own family, you would be a good problem solver in real estate most cases. Only thing I would say about problem solving, of course, is always make sure that you have your emotions in check or away from your client when you're trying to solve their problem. Now, even if you can solve the problem, if you show any emotion where you're stressed out while solving the problem, it doesn't even matter if you solve the problem. If you're stressed out and your client sees it, they don't think that the problem's solved. They're gonna be like, what the, are you helping me, or what, help me out. And problem solving is a part of negotiation, and sometimes that can get real shaky. So you gotta always make sure that this head of yours and that mind of yours, I should say, is really just cool, calm, and collective at all times. If you have good self-control and self-discipline. Now, there are differences between self-control and self-discipline. Self-control is going to be where you're being able to stay more control of your emotions, I should say, your actions and behavior, and short-term issues mainly, like talk to a buyer but they keep cutting you off, or a seller, they just keep cutting you off when you're trying to help them or answer a question, and they're just cutting you off. They don't give you a chance, and your patience levels are like, you gotta learn to just be like, you know what, they're cutting me off, I'm trying to talk, but I am in the business of customer service. That customer is right at this moment. If I lose my cool because they're cutting me off, I lose the business. Let's say in this situation, you are trying to sell your client's property, okay? And you're trying to go over an offer that was presented to your seller, but your seller won't even let you finish a sentence, a full sentence, like what the price is, what the terms are on the deal. And you're about to like flip your this is where self-control becomes a good thing, because if you allow that seller of yours to get you upset because they keep cutting you off, and you let your self-control go, that business is gonna go. It's gonna leave the room when your self-control leaves, because it doesn't matter if that seller is being wrong in that situation when cutting you off. You're in the business of customer service, and sometimes even when the customer is wrong in customer service, they're always right. So Always remember that. Going to self-discipline, that's more of like the long-term strategy that I'm going towards. Self-discipline is more about being consistent on your daily, your weekly, and your monthly goals, and your emails, your text messages, your phone calls, every day, every week, to make sure that those clients know that you're in business to sell and to buy real estate for them, that you're here for them at any time of the day, whether you want to be or not. If you're new in the business, you're trying to let them know you're trying to get their business at any time of the day, in most cases, right? So being self-disciplined just means that you're doing all your tasks and you're staying consistent with them on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis. Back to middle school, maybe elementary school, I was a fat turkey ball. I was a butterball, okay? I was a nice, tasty butterball. I don't know if I was tasty, but I was a butterball. And what I mean by that is I was almost 300 pounds by the time I was a sophomore in high school. That is insane, okay? So self-discipline for me meant that I was not going to be fat anymore, or I should say, I didn't want to be obese, because I technically was obese by my doctor. 5 days out of the week, run twice a day, also had football practice, worked at football practice. I think it was 5 times a week as well. So I was doing 2 to 3 workouts every day for 4 to 5 days a week. I had lost 60 pounds within 3 months. You see what I'm saying? So that self-discipline in high school transformed my whole body, and it gave me a lot more attention that I never received from men or women in high school. You know, I was never trying to attract the women, but damn, the women were coming when I was self-disciplined on my body rules. You know what I mean? You can stay self-disciplined in your weight. If you can stay self-disciplined in your education, your grades, if you can stay self-disciplined with keeping your room clean, things to that nature. If you're just a person that is naturally self-disciplined, you're gonna have a fun-ass time in real estate, because that's half the battle right there. Because the people who aren't disciplined are the people who leave real estate when they get in the first year. And that's why they struggle, because they don't have a disciplined schedule or a disciplined mindset to keep going. Stay disciplined. Enjoy conversating with people with all different personality types. Now, this one is really, really important. If you know that you're a person that is like, everybody's friend, like not in a bad way, meaning when you like, because that kind of is a bad thing. You don't want to be everybody's friend. Let's say your group of friends invites you with new people sometimes, and every time you go out with these friends and they have new people with them, you attract those new people with you all the time. That just means that you know how to talk with people with all different personality types. Now, imagine doing that in real estate. Imagine being able to negotiate, work, communicate with all types of buyers and sellers at all different types of price points, whether they're looking for a $250,000 home or a $2.5 million home. As long as you know how to talk to all those types of people, you're gonna get all those types of people coming your way at different price points with different business opportunities for you. That is gonna be so key. If you already know that your patience level is high for most people with different personality types, that's already another advantage that you're gonna have with people who, let's just say, only know how to work with people who have the same type of energy as them. Like, I know people who can't work with people like me because my energy is always on 24/7. But me personally, I know how to keep it cool and chill when a mother just wants to chill. I just know how to go about the pace of things. So if you know how to do that yourself and find the person's personality trait quick, you can sense it. That's going to be a real good indicator that you're going to do very well in real estate. It shows that you have strong communication skills, and communication is another key part, as I mentioned already, with negotiation. You need to communicate at all times very well with the client and the other agent that may be involved in that transaction that you're doing. So as a realtor, right? So you want to have good communication with not only your client, but the agent, the lender, everybody that's a part of this deal. And if you already know that your personality allows you to communicate with all different types of people, that is going to be a communication level that you have that most realtors do not have. Because don't let it fool you. A lot of realtors think that they're the best realtor and that they know how to get the best deal, but the ones who can't communicate well or work with different types of personality traits, they're not making that much business in real estate. They're just not. A good reason is if you speak more than 2 languages. Oh my God. Now we all know that English is the primary language for most of the states in the United States of America, but let's also be real. They're not the only popular language. We have Spanish, we have Chinese, Hindi, we have a lot of languages that we have to account for because there's so many different people speaking different languages all over the world. And you got to look at the country that we live in, the country I love, the United States of America. We have different, races and different people who speak different languages, all coming from different parts of the states of California, Texas, New York. If you know how to speak languages that are predominantly spoken in these states, you're going to have way more business opportunities alone just with that language barrier. If you're working with a specific group of people where in that state or that city, there's not a lot of realtors who speak that language. If you speak a certain language that that person needs help with or that family needs help with, they may know somebody else who needs that same type of service with a realtor who speaks that certain language, and you're that person who becomes that resource. So just speaking more than 2 languages, you're like a god to most people who are looking to buy or sell who can't communicate in English. It's like really, really good. Even a little bit of language that's not your primary, like a second language, start learning to master that second language if you can. And as an example from my personal experience, the first clients that I had only spoke Spanish. I'm telling you, I'm half Mexican, I'm half black, but my Spanish was BS so bad. I didn't learn it until like 2014, 2015 when I was 18, 19 watching novelas and having my part-time job where all the women in the morning spoke Spanish. So I found ways to master my Spanish. It wasn't the best. I wasn't even fluent in Spanish, but god damn it, I got those clients and I practiced my fucked up Spanish and I was able to secure my first deal in 2016, and it was a nice little $6,000 check that I got. So I faked it till I made it essentially, but just because I knew enough of that second language, it helped me get my first deal. If your language or your second language is not mastered yet and you're kind of like shy or embarrassed, don't be. Because if you make a mess up and you correct it and you try your best to speak that second language that you may not like master, that person who speaks that language is most likely going to understand what you're trying to tell them, and they're going to respect you even for trying. So don't be afraid if you're not like 100% good at that language like me. They might laugh at you, but have tough skin. They are going to respect you if you try to help them work with that language barrier. Have a game plan for your career. Now, a lot of realtors who, I shouldn't even say a lot of realtors, but people who want to become agents, they have this idea that they are going to join real estate and it's all about the money and they're going to just keep making money year after year after year. I'm going to be so real with you. Okay, I had that mindset for the first 2 years, and that's why I didn't make money for the first 2 years, I feel like, because it definitely wasn't 6 figures. It was like salary money. And I feel like the reason why it was like that for me was because all I thought about was how much money I was going to make every year. It wasn't until I turned 22, and I started making a vision board, creating actual goals and goals that I wanted for the end of the year, how I was going to get those goals, what I needed to do to get those goals, like how many calls I needed to make that week, how many text messages I needed to do that month to clients who are looking to buy or sell real estate. That's part of a game plan, because if you have no vision or game plan, you're not going to really be motivated to find or to meet the financial goal if you have no real goal to get there. I was creating the vision board and the goals and how I was going to achieve it, and the game plan set up so perfect where literally in 2019, I bought my first house. It was a condo in San Diego where I grew up in. I literally created the vision board that showed that I was gonna make over $125,000, and I ended up making right under $200,000 that year. Having a game plan, whether you think it's cliche or stupid or corny, like writing your goals down or things like that, trust me, that 20-30 minutes that you do just sitting in your room, like laying on your bed with your feet up in the air, it's worth that time to just write down what you're passionate about. Because if you have no passion in life, your passion in real estate is going to die. And if it hasn't even died now, you know what I mean? Like, you have to have passion in something in life. in order to have passion in real estate, because this business is a cutthroat business. You're going to deal with some people in this industry that are very rude or fake. They smile in your face, always trying to take your place. So don't copyright me for that, and just be yourself. Just be yourself, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have so many people who are gonna tell you that you can't be a good agent if you talk like this to a buyer. I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody who's telling you what you can't do in real estate are automatically your worst enemy. Because there's no right or wrong way to do real estate. As long as you're respectful to your clients, you are doing your honest, due diligent job to represent your seller or buyer, you're not harming anybody in the process, find your own creative way to reach out to your clients, whether it's through video calling, whether it's through text messaging, emailing, whatever. You're gonna find the best way for you, because in order for you to make money in this business, you can't copy somebody else's blueprint. You gotta copy your own blueprint, make your own blueprint, and then when you make your own blueprint that year, copy that blueprint for the following year, because it's not somebody else's blueprint you're copying, it's your blueprint. I made my blueprint back in 2017, and that blueprint has been going on copy paste since then. So make your blueprint and copy and paste it for your life. Don't take somebody else's blueprint. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. And again, if you have any more comments or questions about what it is to be a good real estate agent, if there's things I didn't go over that you felt like I should go over in another video, let me know below. And again, until next time, have an amazing day and go be amazing.